Hello everyone, welcome to our video tutorial about inserting data in worksheets. In this tutorial, you're going to learn how to deal with different kinds of data and how to move within this worksheet that we see on our screen or on your screen. We shall also learn how to edit the different data that we shall be inserting in our worksheet. Since Excel allows us to work with different types of data like numbers and text, let's begin by looking at how we can enter text in these columns. To start, you have to make sure that the cell where you're going to insert the data is selected. So after selecting that cell that you want to work with, our next step is now to type in the text we want in cell A1, which is names. So we type names. Now, if we want to go to the next cell just under this column, we shall press on the enter key on our keyboard. So when you press the enter key, you're going to select the next cell under this one of names. So that means here we can now go ahead and insert in more text that we want to deal with. And our name will be Isaac. So we press enter to go to the next cell. We put Simon. And we press enter once more and we put Rose. So after typing Rose, you can still press enter to select another cell. But for this case, we are going to stop on these three names. From our text that we have entered in the cells under column A, you realize that they are all aligned to the left. By default, text in Excel are always aligned to the left. So when I click on it, you can even see this space here is showing you that this text is aligned to the left. So this does not mean that you cannot change this alignment. You can still go ahead and change the alignment of this text to any direction that you want. Another important thing that you should take note of is that you can even use the cursor control keys to move or navigate within your text or data that you have entered into the cells. So those cursor control keys are just below the shift key to our right. There are 4 keys. So if you press on the one pointing up, then you will be moving the cursor up. If you press on the one pointing down, you can see our cursor also, or the selection also changing from the screen. So these cursor control keys can help you to enter data in the columns. We can also enter data in rows. For instance, if the active cell is A1, we left click once, and you want to enter data in the next cell in row 1. You can use this mouse pointer to click to select this cell, or we can just use the tab key. So you press on the tab key. When you press on it, you can see now our cell is selected, meaning that we can enter data in it. So our next text will be wage. So I will type the word wage. If you would like to still continue, you can now tap also on that tab key and maybe you type in wage space balance. So here you realize that after typing in our text wage balance, you see that this word balance is entering in other cells. What will happen if we continue pressing to insert more text in this cell of D1? So let's try. We press on the tab key and then we shall type our text as cleared. Then we can still press the tab key to go to the next cell. You realize that the word balance is now not fully written or spelled. This one we are going to look at it. Why does Excel behave in this way? This will come in our next tutorial. Now we have seen how we can work with text in both the rows and columns, and we have also seen that when text is entered in the worksheet, all text will always be aligned towards the left, or by default it is on the left of every cell. Now we would like to enter numbers and we see what will happen to our numbers. So we move our pointer under wages, click in cell B2. Then we are going to say Isaac's wage is 2,000. Then we said to move to the next cell below, we shall press the enter key. Then Simon 2,300, press enter. Then the next person is 4,000, press enter. Now if you look at this, with numbers they have gone to the right. So by default, numbers or numerical numbers entered in any Excel file or the worksheet will always be aligned to the right. Then we are saying with text they are aligned to the left. You may want to delete some text from Excel or from the cells within your worksheet. If you want to do so, you move and select the cell that you want to work with or delete. For instance, say Simon. So you click Simon. In our previous tutorial, we said we can use the formula bar to do the editing. So after clicking Simon, the content in this cell A3 will appear in the formula bar. So from the formula bar, you can click there, then you delete using the backspace key. So after deleting, as you are deleting or removing, you can even see the contents in that cell that has been selected also disappearing. Then you can now type in the right person. Maybe you want to type Peter, so you put Peter. Immediately you type Peter, you can even see from the selected cell the name appears there. Then this name is not totally there, so to make it appear there, you will either press on the enter key from your keyboard, or from this formula bar we have this symbol. It is also for enter. You can just click on it once, left click. So when you left click, now we have Peter replacing Simon in this cell A3. Also, if you want to change the numbers, maybe the figures for Isaac was supposed to be 20,000 and you wrote 2,000. You still do the same. Click that cell you want to edit, go on the formula bar, just click there once and you add the 0 from the keyboard. Immediately you tap on the 0, you can also see the figures changing from the cell. After, just press on the enter key from from your keyboard or use this option. So when you press, the figures will change automatically because you have used the formula bar. The formula bar gives you the simplest way of editing your data in the spreadsheet and also working with the formulas you have entered inside the cells in this spreadsheet or your worksheet. Also, you have to remember this, that you cannot put both numbers and text in the same cell. So when you do that and you would like to perform calculations, you may not get the right things out of your calculations. You will receive errors. So avoid using those two data in the same cell. I once again encourage you to always continue being curious and trying out very many things.